If you look in the mirror and aren't happy at what looks back at you, this is the video for you. So many times as we age, we start to feel less and less like that confident version of ourselves from 20 years ago. We don't feel as good in our bodies, and as a result, don't feel as happy as before. Days start to blend together and we feel we've done everything before. But what if I were to tell you that there are people out there your age that are feeling better than they ever have? Working out at the gym, eating healthily, feeling confident in their body, minds and spirits. This is the reality for a small group of people aged 40 to 70, and they didn't achieve it through luck. They did it by taking back control of their life. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it too. Step 1 is going to be understanding body image or self-image, as well as the source of our struggles. So body image or self-image is how we feel about ourselves when we look in the mirror or when we think about ourselves. It can also include the way we think other people see us or what other people might say about us. We usually have either an overall positive body image where we feel mostly good about ourselves, or we might have a negative body image when we feel less positive about the way that we look or the way that we feel. Body image is strongly linked to our self-esteem and overall how we feel about ourselves. And of course, that's going to affect our overall well-being and as well our happiness. There are plenty of personal experiences that we can encounter throughout our lives that are going to affect our confidence. These can happen in childhood, they might happen in our teen years, and they can also happen in our adult years. We've also got societal pressures to look a certain way. And we also do engage in many different comparisons, whether it's with celebrities or whether it's with people that we know, especially focusing on differences between our weight and theirs or our appearance and theirs. And then from there, what happens is we start to engage in negative self-talk. And once we start to talk about ourselves in a negative way, criticizing ourselves, judging ourselves, then we're going to erode our self-esteem even more. If you've struggled with your weight, it's difficult for it to not knock your confidence. Here's why. You hear other people talking about weight loss, how to be on a diet, how to lose weight, and that can make us feel low and uncomfortable. Perhaps we were picked on in school or picked last in school. We can't shop in regular clothes shops because of our weight. Perhaps in our careers, we're not given the same opportunities because of our weight, or people might make assumptions about us because of our weight. They might, for example, assume that we are lazy, or maybe we have a section of our wardrobe of clothes that don't fit or aren't uncomfortable, but that we would really like to wear. Alex, our founder, used to feel uncomfortable at swimming pools and walked around with his hand on his chest to hide his fat. But even then, people made comments. And all of this is going to hammer our confidence. If we have a negative self-image, this means that we don't like ourselves or our body or the way that we look and that we feel. And as well, as we've said, if we have a negative body image, then we're more likely to engage in negative self-talk. We can also place a huge value in ourselves in terms of how we look. And we think, oh, that's affecting my happiness because I've got to be accepted by others and I've got to look a certain way in order to be happy and be accepted by others. If you feel that you're constantly thinking about your body, or if you're always worrying about a certain part of your body, we can also have a negative body image. Step 2 in building our self-image is going to be around transforming our environment. Over a third of people in the UK report feeling anxious or depressed about their self-image. So if you are feeling this way, know that you are in good company. Now, speaking of company, it's going to be very important that we surround ourselves with positive and supportive people. Comments from friends and family can impact on our self-image and how we see ourselves. If, for example, you have a family member who is always putting you down for how you look or always making negative comments, that's going to have an effect on how you feel. If a friend, for example, makes a comment about a celebrity or another person who has a similar body type to you, then it might mean, or you might think that it means that they're talking about you or they're criticizing you. And sometimes it can be difficult to hear those comments. Oftentimes, people might mean well. They don't understand the effect that these words are having on how we feel. So what we want to remember is we want to remove or limit contact with any negative influences, including on social media. Apps like Instagram make it nearly impossible to avoid images of perfect looking people. And many influencers, they're spending a lot of time crafting the perfect pictures and editing their pictures. They want you to believe that they look a certain way, that they live a certain way. And we have to remember that many of these pictures are going to be heavily edited and don't reflect the true reality of what this person looks like or how they're living their lives. We also want to try and engage in communities that uplift and motivate us. Because again, remember, you are the company that you keep. If we are surrounding ourselves with positive and supportive people, then we're going to feel positive and supported in ourselves. So a question that I'd like you to consider is, who in your life makes you feel supported and valued? And how can you spend more time with them? While perhaps trying to distance yourself from any of the negative influences. CTA, fat loss trainings. If you're looking for some free trainings to make your weight loss journey easier, I want you to click the link below. Let me know where to send them and I'll get them over to you right away. These trainings are packed with reliable, effective strategies to help you achieve your weight loss goals without the gimmicks. They have been used by over 3,000 women to achieve sustainable weight loss. Step 3 in building our positive self-image is building evidence of your capabilities. So you might be thinking, okay, so I need to have a positive self-image, but how am I going to do that? Okay, so there's different ways in which we can go about this. And one of the best ways is to reflect on past achievements. So perhaps you have graduated from college, perhaps you've received a promotion, or you've overcome a personal challenge. It's really important to be reminding ourselves of these achievements, as this helps to build our self-esteem and our overall self-image. You can also keep a journal, for example, or any types of visual reminders of these successes to reinforce their capability. Because oftentimes it can be easier for us to focus on the negative or focus on what we're not happy about, and very easily to focus on what has gone well and what our successes have been. So if you would like to, for example, lose weight, you're going to have to think about those previous experiences in your life where you've successfully achieved a goal. No matter how small the goal has been, it's very important to remind ourselves of these successes. I had a client recently who was telling me about hitting their weight goal. And I remember this client being very positive and very optimistic, even when they were hitting walls on their journey. But they consistently reminded themselves of their progress, of all of those smaller little goals that they had achieved. And that helped them go on to achieve their overall goal. So another question that I would like you to consider is, what is one past achievement that you can draw strength from? And how did it help you in terms of overcoming? How did you overcome obstacles in order to accomplish it? Step 4 is going to be practicing patience and self-compassion. So self-belief is going to be very important throughout our journey in life, no matter what goals we're setting for ourselves, no matter what we are trying to achieve. If we think we can do it, we're going to do it. If we think we can't, then we definitely won't. So it's very important that we are working on our self-belief. Now, self-belief is not something that's going to change overnight. We're not going to wake up tomorrow and suddenly believe in ourselves, but it's something that we've got to practice consistently. And in another way in which we can do that is practicing our self-compassion. So self-compassion is where we're going to be kind to ourselves. We're going to allow ourselves to make mistakes. Because as humans, we're not robots. We're going to get it wrong. We're going to make mistakes. And it's very important for us to acknowledge that. If we are responding to making mistakes by criticizing ourselves, that's not going to help our self-esteem. So this is where we've got to really dig in deep and practice that kindness towards ourselves. And that kindness is going to help us go on in terms of our long-term development, personal, in terms of achieving our goals. So we have to remember that confidence is not a trait that we are born with. It is a skill that we continuously develop. And we've got to make that commitment to work on it day after day. If you're ready to lose weight in a sustainable way, then click on the video that's just popped up on the 8 pillars of sustainable weight loss. In this video, you will learn the secrets of how to lose weight without feeling like you're on a diet, without living in the gym, or without having to give up your favorite foods. This is about getting sustainable results with a busy schedule. All you need to do is click on the video that's just popped up and you'll get taken right to the video. Thanks for watching and have a great day.